Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week you are learning my choreography to Sooraj Dooba from the movie Roy. I taught this at one of my master classes a few weeks ago and it was like the most fun I have ever had in class. The choreography is like really light on your feet, it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of little segments in the piece where you can kind of just freestyle and add your own thing. If you haven't seen my choreography yet, you can click on it right here, and as per usual, what I recommend doing is clicking on this right now, open it up in a new window or tab, and then every time you learn a couple moves here, make sure to go to that one and do it with the music a few times. I teach according to counts in this tutorial, so if you want to really learn it with the timing and the little nuances in the music, you got to click on that one and do it with me and the dancers a few times as you're learning. I also just want to give a quick shout out to Real Sports Apparel for hooking me up with almost literally everything I'm wearing right now. I'm going to link their online store down below. I was actually in their 2015 holiday gift guide if you're interested in seeing it. And if you like the ugly Christmas sweater or the leggings I'm wearing, you can just click in the description down below and check it out. Okay, let's dance. Okay, so the first thing that we do, you want to bring your legs together and you want to jump to the left one time. So jump. You don't want to do it so that you're leading with this foot and then the right foot follows. You want both feet at the same time. At the same time as you're jumping to the left, you're doing a grab with your arm and in. So you're going one and. So you jump back on that and. What I did, and you'll see me do it in the video, is I kind of looked here, leaned my body over to the right, and come in and. So again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and. Now on 2, you're bringing both these hands down, but you're going to lead with your right, and then your left. So it's jump 1 and 2. Now on that 2, you also want to bring this right foot forward. So 2. On and, you're going to pump up. Your body will naturally come down after that pump, but the and is on the up. So again, it goes 1 and 2 and. Now from here, your left hand comes out and you're kind of swimming with your right hand. You're going 3 and. And as you're doing that, your right foot is step, step. So you end up facing this way. So again, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Your arms come across, grab 4 and pump again on the and. So jump 1 and down 2 and swim and 4 and. On that 4, you want to make sure your palms are facing out here and you're grabbing something so they come into fists, and then you pump on the and again. Now after you finish with this, your 5, you're dragging back on that left foot. So it's a small drag. What you want to make sure is that this right foot or this right leg straightens out. It's a small drag with the left. So again, from 4 and 5. On that 5, you want to push both your hands to the front and look to the back. And this left hand is going to be closer to your face. The right one is going to be all the way extended. So what that looks like together, you grab 4 and push back 5. Now on the and, you're flicking down, up with your palm, and you're going in, out with your right leg. So that's together, 5 and. So what that looks like from the beginning is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and push back 5 and. Now from here, you're 6. You're taking this right hand that's extended out right now. You're turning your whole body and pushing forward. So your left leg is going to come back in. So right now it's back here. You just went and 6. So you're kind of, again, grabbing something here and pulling it towards you. Now on the 7, 8, you just want to go right foot, back, left foot, back. And what I told my dancers in the class, you can do anything you want with your hands. You kind of want to go to what the lyrics are saying. So if you're following me in the video, I go 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. People want like 7 and 8. You kind of do whatever you want. So again, from the beginning, that count of 8 is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Now your next count of 8, with the hands, you're going to go 1. So you're pulling this right hand, both your hands are in fists, through your left arm that's kind of bent at the elbow here. You're pulling through, and then you're pushing across. This is on 1 and. At the same time as you're doing these arms, you're stepping back, back. So you're up on your right the entire time, the weight is on your left for that. So again, 1 and. From here, you're gonna bring this left leg out, arms extended, 2 and. So what that was is your static in, out, in. So again, from that 1 and, you're going 1 and 2 and. Again, we'll do it one more time, it's a little fast. 1 and 2 and. Now on 3, you're going to take this right hand, pull it around, follow through with your left, and end kind of here. This is on 3 and. So your hands were straight here. 1 and 2 and. 3, put them into fists, and you're going 4 and. So with that, you're stepping with your right foot, and your hip is going to kind of follow through with it. So you're going 4 and. So we'll do it again from this second count of 8. You're going back and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now your 5, 6, 7, 8. Your hands come up here, and you're going 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So what that is, you're just moving your hips on this, and I use kind of like my legs to make it look like my hips are moving more. And you're just going 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So the emphasis is on the right each time. And what you're doing with your hands, again here I tell my dancers you can do whatever you want for the 5 and 6 and. I told them if they don't want to add any of their own little freestyle, they can just put their hands here. So it was 5 and 6 and you go up. This one everyone does together. 7 and 8. So we'll go one more time from that first count of 8 and review everything. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So on the and, after you finish 7 and 8, you're just going to go and. Just a small little up on your right foot and grab with both fists. So again, that ending part was 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Now here's a good time to press pause in this tutorial, go over to the video and do the first 2 counts of 8 with me and my dancers. Okay, so we just finished. Your hands were up, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Now make sure this is a smaller jump and it's more of an emphasis on the beat that you probably heard when you did it with the music, because the next move we're going to do a bigger jump. So on the and, you're here, You're gonna lean into your right. You can kind of bend this knee if that helps you lean into it more. And you're coming around with your hands, flat hands, on one, jump and. That's the big jump that I was talking about. So lean one, and. Now from here, you're gonna put this leg down, two, and. So your hands are kind of like on that jump. They're up here, like making this kind of shape, this like half square shape. And you wanna come a little bit of the way, back, and then full. And same with the legs, you're going out and in. So you come in with that right on the full extension of the arms. So what that looks like together, one, and, two, and. Now from here, your left hand is gonna come up to your mouth, kind of like this. And you're swiping with your right arm, just going up, up. And when you go up, you're jumping, back, jump again. So it goes three, and. So that looks like together, one, and, two, and, three, and. Now from here, you're keeping this hand up, you're gonna drop this one, and you're gonna grab four and turn on the and. Now after that turn, because you're grabbing here, like this, the turn is not, it doesn't start at the front, it starts technically facing this way because you're grabbing four. You wanna do a full turn and face back this way. So that's technically just one turn because you're already facing here on the four. So after three and, grab four, turn and. Now on these turns, just to keep them strong and like a little trick when you even do other dances, you want to keep your hands or your arms looking relatively stable when you're turning. Especially on dances like these, you don't want to make them look super Indian and turn like this. You want to keep them strong here. So after that three and, you're going to grab four, so lean on that right leg, four, turn and. So I just kept my arms down here just so they look a little cleaner. Face this way at the end of your turn. You're going to go step five and six. So it's just three steps. You just went right, left, right. When we actually did it full out, which is what we did in the video, we were really leaning into it. We went five and six. We kind of jumped with it every single time. You can do five and six if you want, but I think the dancers, when they really got into it, they were just like down here. And what you're doing with your hands is you're going right, so you're kind of going towards like the audience of the mirror, right, left, right, turn. So again, let's do it from the one. So you lean one and two and three and four and five and six, turn and. So when you turn on that and, you want to make sure you're grounded on both feet because you're going to be putting the weight on your right. So after five and six, turn and. You want to put all your weight down here because you're going seven and eight and. And what you're doing with your hands, you're kind of bent down here. You're just going seven, so you're kind of like waving through, starting with your right and then into your left. You're going seven and eight. And then the and is another jump. So what that looks like from five and six, turn and, seven and eight and. That same accent jump again. Now when you're doing this move, you can either ground yourself each time with the leg, or you can keep it up every time you do it. Whatever kind of like, wherever you have balance, it looks the same kind of either way. So after seven and eight, you're gonna pop up on and again, small turn, and you're gonna face this side, so to your right. From here, you're gonna go back, so that's your left leg in front, right hand comes down, back, and the same arm, goes hip. So you're going back 2, up 3, up 4. I'll do that so you can see it. Full extension. After 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and. So on the 2 and the and, what I'm doing is this. So again, my hand is kind of covering my mouth. 2 and. You can just do this as well if you want. In the class, I think I'm doing it like that. So again, after 7 and 8, jump and, 1 and 2 and. Now from here, you're going to face the back. This left leg is already back. So you're going to bring it across and wave and right foot in together. So again, back 2, up, wave, and out, and. One more time. After 7 and 8, and back 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So my bad. After the wave, on 3 and, your arms come out on 4, and then you turn on the and. So this first one is a wave on 3, and is together, 4 is out, and then and is to the front. Now from here, your hands go 5 and wave 6 and. What happens with your legs is that you start kind of from here, so you're facing your left, and you're pulling in to face the right, and then you're pulling down, so you're still facing the right. So you're going pull, pull, around, and. That around is like you're kind of up on your toes here, and then you're sitting into it on the and. So let's review it from 7 and 8. So you just went 7 and 8 and back 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and I hear you have a little bit of a freestyle for your 7 and 8. If you want to do what I did in the video, I think every time I just went 7 and 8. So I kind of just went down, pointing, and kind of just moved this in. But you can do whatever you want for that 7 and 8. Okay, so we'll review from the beginning of the chorus. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. And here's another good time to press pause. Go over to the other video and do it with me a few times. Okay, so we just finished that 7 and 8, which is like a freestyle, whatever you want. And you'll see, if you just watch the video, I just went 7 and 8 and. Now from here, you're pushing away with your right hand, leaning into your left, and coming down. And on this down, I think I like crossed my hands in the video or something. It doesn't matter what you do, it just has to be down here. I also did a lot of hair flips in this dance, so your hair might come down with that as well. So you're pushing out on 1 and, you're gonna roll back 2 and. So take your time with this roll as well. 1 and, 2 and. Now on your 3 and 4 and, same move that you did in the beginning, 3 and 4 and. And with your hands, you're coming down, so 3 and, out 4 and. So down your chest and then out from your shoulders, out. So again, that's 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and. On 5, your hands come around your head, and on the and, they come out here. And what you're doing with your legs is 5, and. And you're kind of jumping back with that each time. So what it actually looks like is 5, and. So your right leg comes out, your left leg comes out. Don't worry about it being high, it just should be till about here. So again, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and. Now you're out here on the and. You're going to come in on 6, and then you're going to turn on and. So what that looks like again is 5, and in 6, your fingers are still spread apart. 6, use this right leg, and you want to come low after the turn. Now on 7 and 8, you're going to go 7, and 8, and. What you're doing with your legs is you're kind of inching forward a little bit on 7 and 8, and. You're going 7, and 8, and. So what that looks like from 1 is push 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and. So you want to do like house, down, point, down for 7 and 8, and. Now after you finish 7 and 8, and, you're going to turn to this side, and you're going 1, drop, and. So your 1 has to be kind of up, 1, and then you just kind of flip your arms so that the backs of your palms are touching. So 1, and, wave 2, and, 3, and. So that's a little confusing with the waves, so we'll go over it again. Up 1, down, and, bring your right leg out. 2, wave back, and. 3, together on 4, on and. So again, 1, and, 2, and, 3, and. So you're together on the and. You're going to jump out, bring this arm down on 4, back on and. So again, together, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So all you're doing with your arm is like scoop in, pretend like you're actually scooping something in, and back out. And all you're doing with your legs is back, so up on your left heel, just back, and then back in. What I told the dancers too is when you're doing it full out, on your back in, you'll kind of naturally like lean a bit that way because you're doing it so fast that your body will kind of lean a little bit here, which is fine for the next move. So after 4, and, you're going up 5, pushing it down, and, turn 6, and then your final pose, 7 and 8. I told my class to do whatever they wanted. What I did in the video and what you'll probably follow is 5 and, 6 and, Shah Rukh Khan, 7 and 8 and. Kind of did that. I did it towards the side in the video. Sometimes I did it here, whatever you want. It's a fun ending move. So we'll review it from this push. This is after the chorus. 1 and, roll 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, 5 and, 6 and, 7 and, 8 and. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, 5 and, 6 and, 7 and, 8 and. And as per this final Shah Rukh Khan move, that is the entire choreography.